So most people have absolutely no idea what copy-paste agency is. And I guess for good reason. I pretty much never mention it on the channel, but especially after last week's video, I got so many questions of what it is. That's a lie. I'm actually recording this on the same day as last week's video, hence the same Gadzhi Principal Collection shirt. But I know I will get a lot of questions of what copy-paste agency is. So for that reason, I thought it would be easiest if I just went ahead and gave you guys a demo. Now, I actually recorded this demo back in late Jan, early Feb, I believe. So there's actually a lot of stuff in the demo that's missing or that I haven't included, right? That is there in CPA right now. One of those things being, as you guys saw in last week's video, a 12 to 15 hour vault breakdown. As I said, that is 10 modules, or actually that's 9 modules of end-to-end demo call, sales call, and over-the-shoulder walkthrough of how we're able to sign clients, also onboard them, even onboarding calls, as well as how we're able to get them such incredible results. So that's actually 9 parts within that series. The 10th part is actually a 2-hour module on hiring. And that's all about how we brought on 2 performance marketers back in April, and basically the end-to-end process, everything from our job posts, how many candidates we got from what sources of traffic, because we actually even ran ads on multiple platforms in order to get the candidates that we got, all the way to bring them onto our team, and why we decided to bring them onto our team. So for example, that is a very big aspect of the demo that is missing. There's actually a lot else apart from that. So today, if you've ever wondered what is copy-paste agency, well, you're gonna find out right now. And once you've gone ahead and watched this demo, if any of this sounds interesting to you, then do me a favor and go ahead and book in a call with the lovely sweetheart that is Max Thompson, who's been working with us for over a year. The people at Gradient absolutely love him. And even once you become a CPA member, Max is gonna be a part of a circle of people, including myself, Danny, who's my CMO at IAG Media, Kieran, who's a copywriter at IAG Media, as well as the product manager of Gradient Agency, and Max. All of us are gonna be people that you're gonna be speaking to literally on a weekly basis, right? Every Wednesday, there's a call with myself. Every Sunday, there's a call with Danny, and you're unmuted and we're literally speaking one-on-one, and there's no time limit on it. And you're gonna get all of this. Another thing to mention is that if you get into CPA 1.0, right? I launched the program around a year ago. Another thing to mention is if you get into CPA 1.0, you're actually gonna get upgrade to CPA 2.0 for free. And when we launch the 2.0, we're gonna do another price increase. We actually did a £1,000 price increase only 2 months ago, I think, and we're heavily considering doing another one. And guys, that's because quite frankly, go look on the extended channel. I mean, you're gonna see dozens and dozens of interviews with students doing 100,000 a month plus, 60,000 a month plus, 30,000 a month plus, hell, even 15, 20 grand a month plus. But 3 months prior to joining CPA, they were doing 5, 6 grand a month. So as I said, go ahead, enjoy this demo. Make sure you book in a call with Max right after this video. If his calendar is packed, which I'll imagine it will be, then you can go ahead and come back to this video in 72 hours, click that link and see if there's new availability. If not, then you can also go ahead and reach out to Max personally on Instagram. I'll go ahead and leave his Instagram on the page here, or you can also find him on Facebook and send him a message there as well. So with no further ado, let's go ahead, pull back the curtains and tell you what is CPA.
Real quick, what I want to do is I want to give you a demo of the program because, Max will be happy to answer any and all questions you have. But the more you know about, what you actually get going into this program, the better it is. So that's kind of my excuse for why I do the demo. The second is just because when you have the best product in the market, you want any excuse to show it off. So yeah, I guess this is kind of my excuse. But with no further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first thing that you get with Copy-Paste Agency is the full 9-week program itself. So let's hop on my computer and I'll kind of show you what that looks like. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what the content looks like. You can see right here, we've got 9 weeks of content and then some additional stuff, which I'll get onto in just a second right here. But this is basically what the training looks like. Each module is accompanied below with a plug and play. Now on the plug and play, this is additional support, additional training. So let me show you, for example, right here in this module. In this module, I basically go over how to scale your agency, or the only way to scale your agency, and that's using this clustered model. And you can see right here down below, I actually give you a link to this cluster calculator. So with everything inside of the program, all you have to do is follow the plug and plays, follow the program, and you are good to go. So yeah, here is a lot of the modules that you can see right here. You can pause at any moment that you want to. We have a very, very intensive week 6. Now, once again, a lot of times I'll try to keep the modules more succinct especially when it comes to more nitty gritty service delivery technical side of things. And then I'll give you a full plug and play, or I'll even give you over the shoulder walkthrough on how we actually go ahead and deliver this. So on that note, let's get back into the demo. So as I said, really everything that you need is inside of the program in absolutely excruciating detail. So as I said, this is a 9-week program. Now, one thing that you will find down here is you're actually going to find something called Pen to Profit. Now, basically what Pen to Profit is it is a 5-week program on basically how to go ahead and write incredible copy like we do at the agency. So really here, I pull back the curtain on what myself and what Kieran, who's our in-house copywriter, as well as the product manager of Gadzhi agency, basically I give you guys our entire framework. Now, this is actually a paid product and we charge £500 for it. It's not an evergreen product. It's not something that we sell all year round. That's a 500 program, and I'm going to pop, some screenshots from when we sold it last year. We sell this thing every 12 months or so. We don't want to dilute or take focus away from the main products and helping our main customers in the program. But as I said, I'll go ahead and pop up some screenshots from the last time we sold this thing. So as you can see, we sell this product for £497, I think specifically, and you guys get that absolutely free. Now, speaking of free programs you get when you join Copy Paste Agency, the other program that you also get free is Agency Incubator. Now, Agency Incubator has, at the time of recording this, I think over 2,600 students. Once again, I'll go ahead and pop up a screenshot with the exact number, but that program, we've had over 2,500 people pay for that program, and they've paid $1,000 for that program, and you get that entirely free. So Pen to Profit and Agency Incubator, you guys get complimentary along with Copy Paste Agency when you join. Now, the main reason we do this is twofold. First things first is obviously, you guys in Copy Paste Agency, you guys are the equivalent of sitting first class in the airplane. You guys are the equivalent of, dealing with Patek Philippe or Richard Mille, or buying a car directly from Ferrari or Lamborghini made to spec. You guys get the highest level of service. So, literally anything that we can do to make your experience better, we do it. That's number one. Number two is I give you Agency Incubator as a complimentary bonus because, I'd say inside of Copy Paste Agency, 30% of our students actually come from Agency Incubator, and they get to a point where they started with us at 0, scaled up to 10, 20K a month, and now want to get to that 100K a month mark. And Copy Paste Agency is obviously the next sort of logical step for them. Now, for those of you guys who have come from AI, obviously don't worry, you already have AI. But for the people who have never been through one of my programs, it's funny because you might be an agency owner coming, to Gadzhi agency, learning from us for the first time, and you might be making 40K a month, but your agency could be in absolute tatters. And that's why, unfortunately, a lot of the time, in fact, actually most of the time, when someone comes to learn from me and they haven't been through Agency Incubator, they're gonna have to apply so much of the information inside of AI because their agency is just built on janky foundation. So a lot of times we kind of have to pull out the weeds, actually apply a lot of the stuff in Agency Incubator, and then use the stuff in Copy Paste Agency to turbocharge it. Because the thing is, you might want to throttle your agency revenue and ramp it up more. But if you do that, it's like a house of cards. It'll all just come crumbling down. So as I said, if you join Copy Paste Agency, not only do you get CPA, the program, you get AI, which you can look it up publicly. People pay $1,000 for, or $991 specifically. You get Pen to Profit, which, as I said, people pay £497 for, so right around $700. And you get those two entirely free. Now, with Agency Incubator, I'm actually going to throw a little overlay on screen. All you have to do is go to growyouragency.com/enroll-now. Go on there, and there's a full 15-minute demo of Agency Incubator specifically, so you can see what's inside the program, because I don't want to go over it right now. So once again, that's a full 15-minute demo, so you can see what's inside of AI. I've just shown you a little bit about what's inside Pen to Profit. And as I said, you've just seen the 9-week program that is Copy Paste Agency. And real quick, let me just pop this up on the screen. This is Agency Incubator right here. There we go. Yeah, this is Agency Incubator right here. And this is a 7-week program. And it's funny because although this is a 1K program, this is probably for, any of you guys that have bought agency programs before, this will probably be of a higher level and a higher esteem than most of the programs you're out there paying 10K for. And I really, really do mean that. And so do our students. So as I said, you just have to go to growyouragency.com/enroll-now, and you can watch the 15-minute demo to see what comes included inside of AI. So the 3 programs that you get when you join CPA, I mean, each one alone is the industry leader and the best in the market. But when you put them together, this holy trifecta, you are going to instantly be in the top 0.001% of agency owners. But quite frankly, I know our CPA students, and when you join CPA, I know that most people come to CPA for the 2 weekly live Q&A calls. So every Wednesday, and here's the beautiful thing about copy paste agency, there's no time limit. So for example, with Agency Incubator, we only do 90 minutes. We have a bunch of people on the Q&A calls and we'll run for 90 minutes, sometimes 2 hours. And that's it. If you didn't have time to get your question answered, it's a shame. Also, there's a 10-minute time limit. So, I unmute people on Zoom and we're speaking one-on-one. But as I said, we only have 10 minutes. With copy paste agency, I don't care if your question is 5 minutes long or an hour long. And I've gone back and forth with people for an hour because in CPA, I don't care if the call takes an hour and a half, which is usually kind of the minimum it goes, or runs for 4 hours as it has in past. There's no time limit, and there's also no time limit on your questions. You can ask as many questions as you want. You can come to both Q&A calls weekly. And as I said, with CPA, with the 3 programs that you're getting, you're already in the top 0.001% of agency owners. But really, I know the thing that our students are infatuated with when it comes to copy paste agency is those 2 weekly Q&A calls. So as I said, the Wednesday ones are with me, and you can ask me absolutely anything you want, whether that's about outreach, sales, company culture and hiring, what to do in specific cases with, troublesome clients or with a potential client that you want to reactivate the sales process with, whatever it is that you want. I've had some very eclectic questions, all the way down to what monitor do I use? What microphone do I use? What am I doing right now with my investments? Literally any question that you want to ask. And those are the Wednesday calls. Now on the Sunday calls, those calls are with Danny, my CMO. And once again, those calls run anywhere from 90 minutes, sometimes all the way up to 4 hours. And Danny will literally, as if you were a client of ours, will break apart your campaigns and put them back together profitably live one-on-one with you. And ladies and gentlemen, very shortly on your call with Max, you're going to find out the price of the program. And with everything mentioned here, I can guarantee probably in most cases, however expensive you think this program, it is probably 20 to 50% the price of it.
Shut up and take my money.
And ladies and gentlemen, very shortly on your call with Max, you're going to find out the price of copy paste agency. And I think your jaw will drop when, after going through everything that you get in this program, unparalleled level of support. I mean, the price is just ludicrous. And unfortunately, that's also why we routinely have to do price increases. So when you have your call with Max, just know that that's probably the best time to get in, unless you probably want to pay an extra grand the next month to jump in. Anyways, I digress. Really, I know the thing that copy paste agency students just feel so safe and secure with is they could be having any issue with their agency, whether that's they're having an issue with, one of their employees or one of their clients. They're having an issue with their client campaign. They're having an issue with some of their copywriting, or they're just feeling frustrated because they want to get to, let's say they're at 50K a month and they want to get to 100K a month. Whatever their problem is, they know that twice a week they have unrestricted access to myself and my CMO at my agency. And the wealth of experience that we have and the reference experiences that we're getting every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just be very honest here. I don't really know any agency educators who actually still actively run their agency. And not only do you get access to me, you get access to my own CMO at my own advertising agency. So as I said, the copy paste agency students just feel so safe and secure knowing that whatever issues come around, we are there to help them. And we have the experience and the wherewithal to help them. So real quick, let me just jump inside the content portal and show you a little bit of what that looks like. So if we go right here, you can see this is January 2021. Yeah. And as you can see, the last call that I had ran a bit short for CPA calls. It was around 1 hour and 22 minutes. This one was 2 hours. You can see the one very recent with Danny went on for 2.5 hours. So as I said, we are unmuted on Zoom. We're speaking, there's no time limit. And that's basically the structure of the CPA Zoom calls. Ask as many questions as you want for how long you want, whenever you want. And as I said, myself and my team are here to help you. So those are the ones with myself on Wednesday. The ones with Danny, I'm just going to try to find some stuff where I'm not showing any sensitive information. But you can see right here, he will literally come into, and actually, I'll get Tristan, my creative director, just to blur out some of the stuff. But you can see right here, he will come in and, these are just some of our students. He'll come in and he'll literally rip apart your entire campaign and put it back together as I said, exactly like you were an IAG media client. And for those who have already been exposed to my brand and know a little bit about me and my agency, you know that my agency is not cheap. Our floor for a client retainer is $5,000. That's kind of the minimum that we'll touch, whether that's from just retainer or base plus performance fee, all the way up to 15 to 20 grand billables in the past. And usually those have been very high performance fee deals. And you are getting the same level of insight and treatment as our agency clients. So the next thing that you get inside of Copy Paste Agency is a winning community. Now, just to be very honest, we are the experts that the experts go to learn from. We have all of the heavy hitters in the industry learning from us. And on the main page, I have a lot of them listed. You know, I've done student interviews with a lot of them. And down below this demo, there's the same thing. So what's awesome is over the time that we've had Copy Paste Agency, really our community has morphed. So initially we start off with kind of your bog standard Facebook group. You're gonna find out very shortly, Copy Paste Agency is such a tight knit family and group that we wanted something where we could communicate more quick with each other. And you know, we were looking at things like Discord or Slack, and eventually we ended up settling on WhatsApp. So we've actually got such a strong, tight knit CPA WhatsApp group. And that means that people can communicate with each other very, very quickly. They can share information, what's working with them. Someone can have a problem, they post it in CPA. Myself and my team can troubleshoot it instantly. The rest of the CPA members can troubleshoot it instantly. And we've actually had Copy Paste Agency members go away on holiday together, become friends. Because as I said, it's hard for me to put it in words for you right now until you experience it yourself. But the community is like nothing else you'll find out there. It's just so tight knit. And at the time of recording this, unfortunately, everything in the world is still kind of shut down. You know, we can't really do events and this and that. But the other thing is once a year, I actually throw a big event for my Grow Your Agency students. And the event usually only has a capacity of 150 to 200. So when you join Copy Paste Agency, you get first dibs because I don't charge for these events. You know, I spend 30, 40 grand on a party for my students and I don't charge anything. I don't even upsell anything. You know, most people do. They'll spend a little money on an event, but they sure as hell will have an upsell in there as well. So as I said, when I throw these events, and the last one was incredible. If you're inside a Copy Paste Agency, you get first dibs to come to this program and you get to meet all of the other students in person in these suit and tie events. Now, apart from that, when I'm traveling and I'm in different cities, I also throw little events for some of my top students. So as I said, if you're in Copy Paste Agency, you get first priority for this. A little while ago, I actually threw an afternoon tea for my students in London. Once again, out of pocket, I spent $1,000 on this and booked out the private room at the Wolseley in London. And I will never see that money again. You know, there was no upsell, there was no strategic thinking. It's just, I like to have an incredible community, and really just the culture that we have at Grow Your Agency is like nothing else. So when you join Copy Paste Agency, you have unprecedented access to the network and to all of these incredible events. Now, moving on to the next thing, and this is something that people just have gone crazy for, is the custom reporting that we actually built out for ourselves. And once again, that's the benefit of learning from someone who's actively still running an agency. You know, last year we ended up building out a custom reporting system. It took a while to really tweak and perfect. And we test drove it for 4 or 5 months and then gave it to our Copy Paste Agency students. And rather than doing reporting in a manual spreadsheet, this automatically pulls in data from Facebook and Google 24/7 and aggregates it in the best way for your clients. When you join CPA, you get access to this, and obviously your clients will benefit directly from this. And once again, this will just set you so far apart from the rest of the agencies. So let me show you real quick what it looks like. So obviously, once again, I'm gonna get Tristan, my creative director, to kind of blur out a lot of the information here, but you can see right here, these are the different funnel steps. This is actually for one of our clients that does a phone call funnel, basically selling a 1,500 to a $2,000 program. So just flicking through these pages right here, obviously you can see you've got the main overall sort of funnel view, and then you've got how things have progressed from month to month. Once again, I'll get Tristan to blur out the sensitive information. And then you can see right here, what's very, very cool is you'll actually see things like ad spend, revenue, the ROAS for the client, the landing page conversion rate, case study CVR, the discrepancy, cost per click, CPL, CPA, and you can go ahead and just match these against other KPIs, and you'll see the ad account daily overview as well. Moving on to the next tab. Now here you can see the audience breakdown, the leads that have come in from it, the CPL, calls booked, the country breakdown, the gender breakdown, the age breakdown, device breakdown, etc., etc. And then here, right here, on this one, this is the campaign change log, and this is basically just as an agency where we give campaign updates, what trends we're seeing, and what are we changing as a result. So ladies and gentlemen, you guys get that custom reporting software as a student of CPA. In fact, not only do you get one, that's just one example. There are 10 to 15 other tools that we have built internally at our agency and to accommodate us and our clients, but that obviously we give all of you as CPA students. Now, moving on to the next thing, because we lead by example here at my agency, we're trying to get anywhere from around 30 to 40 demos per month. Now, we can't take on 30 to 40 new clients per month. So the way that it works at our agency specifically is we get 80% of our clients through ads, and we teach you how to do that inside of the program. And then the other 20% come in through the other various methods that we teach you. So basically we get around 30 to 40 demos per month. From that, they'll speak to my CMO, Danny, and Danny will book me in 8 to 10 discovery calls. Now, this is with the intent of actually signing a client. I will evaluate the situation. And then from there, if Danny is correct and they are indeed a good fit, then I'll go ahead and make an offer. So I'm trying to sign around 2-3 new clients a month with my agency. So what that means is out of 30 to 40 demos, we only sign 2 to 3 clients. And by the way, that's 30 to 40 demos after we cancel bad applications. So, we actually get a lot more than that in terms of the amount of bookings brought in through ads. So anyways, long story short, what do we do with the rest of those demos? Well, we actually give them to copy paste agency students. So let me show you on my computer right here what our Calendly looks like for this month. So as you can see right here, this is Danny, obviously my CMO. And you can see right here, the date range is the 1st of January to the 27th of January. As you can see, I'll apply that right there. And the event type is 15-minute demo call, Danny Benavides. And you can see right here, we have had 34 events. So right on track, 34 demos in the first 27 days of this month. Another 4 days, we'll probably get just a few more demos. So as I said, what do we do with the rest of these demos? Well, because of how incredible the community is, also the speed at which we can communicate, because not only do we have the Facebook groups for some of the lengthier posts, but we have WhatsApp where quickly after Danny ends a demo call, put out something inside the WhatsApp group and go, hey guys, we have a demo for you. Here's the type of client, here's how much they're making, here's how much they'd like to get to, nothing that's confidential. We will never name the name of the client until we actually match you guys up. And by the way, we're not just doing this on our own accord. Basically, the reason that we have permission to do this and the reason we get to do this is because only around 25 to 30% of demos will actually end up having a discovery call with me. So the other 70 to 75%, Danny at the end of the sales call goes, look, I don't think we're a good fit for this and this reason. But as you know, Iman runs the biggest education company on earth for agency owners, and we train our students exactly the way that we get results for our clients. So for that reason, you are going to get an incredible experience with these agencies. Would you like us to make a referral? Because at the moment we either have too much capacity or we're too expensive for them, or it's just not 100% match. And it's better off going to one of our students where it will be 100% fit. And 80 to 90% of the time, the demos that we don't, bring on for a full discovery call with me, they're elated, they're over the moon. And then, as I said, Danny will then pass on non-sensitive information and just go, hey, a client in this niche, making this much, wanting to get to this much, who wants them? And that happens multiple times a week. So as I said, with CPA, not only do we teach you world-class prospecting, not only do we teach you how to be in the top 0.01% of agencies in terms of service delivery, not only do I give you my entire agency, but we even give you referrals for clients. The reason the program is called Copy Paste Agency is because I wanted it to be as close to that as humanly possible. So ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much wraps up the demo. The other things that you get inside the program, obviously the dedicated coaches, myself, Danny, Kieran, who's the copywriter at IEG Media, as well as the product manager for greatagency.com, as well as anyone else in my team that, might be fitting to help solve a certain problem that you have. Even Max, who just to be very honest with you, closes over 100K a month cash collected, and obviously is a wizard when it comes to sales. A lot of time he'll come in and he'll do training for Copy Paste Agency as well. So my team is basically your team in this process. And as I said, there's a whole range of other stuff that I've kind of missed out here, but hopefully that gives you a high level overview of what you get inside of Copy Paste Agency. So on behalf of myself and the rest of the Great Agency team, we are so excited to see you inside the program. I know you're gonna have an amazing time chatting with Max. He's honestly one of the most lovely people on earth. And on that note, if you enjoyed that video, I went ahead and picked out another special video that I know you're gonna find immensely valuable. You can find it right there. I know you're gonna love it, and I'll see you in the next one.